Guess for time and purposes, I'll hit the intro.
I put this on everything.
Party people,
I love
it's your boy
my
MAZI'S.
my clothes. I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, party people in a place to be. It's your boy MAZ. Man.
Special episode.
Very special episode, man. As you can see, we still homeless. Technically not homeless, but you know, we don't have a spot right now. But if anybody's been watching, y'all know where we at if it looks real familiar, but it's not about me right now. Skrills, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I'm here.
You know what I mean? Southside in the building and all that.
Yes, sir. Just enjoying this heat. Not really.
Not at all. And finally cooling off, you know what I mean? But speaking of hot, we got one of the hottest young producers in the game, a young legend, if you will. Let's run through the catalog real quick. You worked with some heavy hitters, dog, and then, you know, with the self-produced project from Les, the E30, and then you dropped your latest project, In My Own World, and now you're still down live in Houston doing some project placements with Les again for the Bigger in Texas album, if I'm not correct, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Hailing out of North Carolina, which we'll get to in a second, because I'm going to tell you right now, Tavaras, you definitely tricked me, bro. That's a super curveball. But ladies and gentlemen, Tavaras Jordan is in the house, man. What's going on, bro?
Look, top of the top, we got what we got. A little to lot, I shot me a shot. I locked me a spot, and caught me a drop. I'm flipping the pot, and chip out the block. I ain't about to stop, ain't riding the stock. From lot to the shop, I'm switching it out.
What was the song that was like, I want to make beats because of this record?
I know exactly what the song was. You Make Me Want It by Usher.
It makes so much sense, dog.
I never had like a dilemma or, you know, felt bad about making secular music, even though I was a gospel musician.
So was there times where you was like, do I keep going?
I'm thankful because I've never had that conscious decision or skepticism. Now, with that being said, bro, I done been through it all, bro, but I never felt like I should quit. Hey, man, I can't call it, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Man, listen, thank you for taking your time out your busy schedule. And first of all, I see you officially affiliated, and I ain't watching them. I see the DOs chained up.
Oh, yeah, you know, I mean, little something, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure, man. But real quick, man, for those who may not know, who've been sleeping under a rock, who is Tavaras Jordan?
Man, Tavaras Jordan, bro. I'm just a country boy from North Carolina, bro, that love music. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, man, I grew up playing the drums in the church. That's where I got my start. Started making beats in high school. Here we are now, 2023, bro. Still on the same mission that I had back when I was a kid, you know. So yeah, bro, I'm just a young chill nigga, bro. All I care about is music, for real. Man,
and when I tell you your musical expertise, man, you are definitely a musician, and you can hear it in your production, dog. And
right.
Listen, and I'm not just saying that because you on here, but you one of my favorite producers out, dog. Like straight up and down.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Your sound is so unique, dog. And like I said, from you to be from North Carolina, dog, I personally did not expect that. when I heard you, you know, coming in from North Carolina, I was like, wait a minute. He not from Houston or from, because I instantly thought you were from Houston just because of your connection with Les. You know what I'm saying? But then also thought, you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he has some places with Jimmy Waters. I think Jimmy Waters got some joints from you. At least he mentioned your name a lot.
Yeah.
So honestly, I thought you were a West Coast cat too. So I'm like, he's either from Houston or somewhere on the West Coast, but North Carolina, dog, that's crazy.
Man, to be honest, I thought you might have been aware. I didn't know, like, when we, you know, started talking that's when it, you know, came to light.
Yeah, man.
That I was from North Carolina. But yeah, bro, North Carolina, born and raised, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? I love telling people that. And honestly, bro, you're not the first person to be surprised by that. You know, I really get that a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You know, from the artists that I work with, obviously being more Southwest, you know.
For sure.
But yeah, bro, North Carolina, born and raised, man. Small town called Johnsonville. Right outside of Fayetteville. Of course, everybody know that's where J. Cole from.
For sure. That's dope, man. So, I mean, the inspiration with your sound, like, we talking about North Carolina, like you said, you know, J. Cole, he has his sound. Ninth Wonder, he has his sound as well.
Right.
You know, with the Little Brothers and, you know, the rest of the Jamla crew.
Exactly.
How did you find your sound and realize this is it right here?
Well, man, you know, I really feel like I just came into my sound over the past maybe like 2 years, bro. Mind you, I've been making beats since 2007, 2008.
Wow.
Non-stop too. Like never took like a hiatus or stop, But North Carolina, bro, like as far as the southern states, we more upper south, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Or technically southeast.
Yeah.
But still the South nonetheless. So with that being said, North Carolina, man, we really a melting pot, culturally. So of course that spills into the music as well.
Right.
Like you mentioned, Lil Brother and the whole Jamila crew, that's a whole sound in itself. Then
Right.
you people like J. Cole, you got the Baby,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for
Even
sure.
some of the younger cats, like Texaco and Booth Pack Mookie. Man, North Carolina just a melting pot, bro. So to answer your question, like me just finding my sound, since a youngin', I always understood music on a advanced level. With me growing up in the church, I mean, like going to choir rehearsal 2-3 times weekday. Then on Sunday, we got the regular church service, and you may have a second afternoon service at my church or another church that we got to play at. So I was heavily in music. And gospel music, as far as black music or American music, if you will, like gospel is the root.
Yes.
It's the mother of all of it. So I feel like having that foundation automatically set me apart from a lot of producers in this day and age that come up on FL Studio.
Right.
Or just come up on, software. That's their introduction to music. My introduction was a little deeper than that. So everything comes from that, bro. Just being a gospel musician, I don't even really know how to explain it. So when I make the stuff that I'm making for Les or cats on the West Coast,
right,
I'm not thinking about it like, let me make a West Coast beat or let me make like some Texas type stuff. It's
for
like,
sure.
it's just I look at everything as gospel, bro. And it may sound weird, but my musicians out there, they will understand, you know what I'm saying? Just having that understanding, bro, like making hip hop is, I don't want to sound arrogant, but it's nothing to me,
Yeah.
Because hip hop stems from gospel at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Everything goes back to it. Jazz, funk music in the 80s.
Yes.
Everything goes back to the gospel, So yeah, bro, just being a gospel musician, bro, I would say that's how I found my sound.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, when I heard your sound for the first time, I was hearing I think a Les project. And then I remember talking to my guy Banco, if you're watching what's going on. He was telling me about you as well. And I'm like, oh, that's right, because he's affiliated with Dio. So I saw the ties there. And then, scrolling through my catalog, I'm just seeing your artist page on Apple Music. And I'm like, oh, let me go check his stuff out. And then stuck in the 90s.
Yeah.
Bro.
Let me tell you, dog.
And Tavaras, this is Skrill, so I'm not on camera. I'm in the back doing what I do. But real quick, Mozzie threw me the lob on that, man. He's like, yo, check this shit out. And there's like 2-3 volumes. Is it 2?
I think it's 2.
I got 2.
You got Stuck in the 90s and Still Stuck in the 90s.
Yeah, man. Yep. He threw me the first one. I banged that shit for like at least 2 weeks straight, bro. That was just I didn't even mind there not being on words on. You feel me? Like it was just that it was that empowering, man. And then just the theme that you put behind it, bro. Like cohesive, cohesive.
Y'all, I ain't even mean to cut you off, but how old are y'all, man?
36. For those.
Okay, all right.
and this because I was going to ask you too. I'm like, okay, for him to still be.
How old is your man? How old is he?
I'm 35. I'm right
35. Okay, well, see, I just turned 31 Tuesday, June 20th.
I told you he was either late 20s or early 30s. I knew it.
So I was asking to say like I made this for us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you, dog.
Even though y'all got me by a couple years, like I was the youngin'. Right. Well, I was the youngest one out of all my cousins back in the day. So yeah, I was just advanced and not even a segue, but just like a side note, like as far as musically, I grew up a gospel musician, but I had secular music as an influence as well.
For sure.
Like my people, they didn't really try to keep me away from rap or anything like that. Yeah, they may try to keep me from like the explicit versions when I was 8-9 years old, but they weren't like, oh, you can't listen to rap music. It was nothing like that. And I appreciate that too, because again, it just kind of, made me open my horizons. But, everybody was older than me, bro. Like all my cousins and, even cousins that are around my mom age that I consider uncles, they were putting me on what they were listening to. So, man, bro, I when I was 7 years old, I knew album cuts from Hot Boy albums. You know what I'm saying? At 7, bro. I mean, like literally having my karaoke machine, putting the CD in, writing the lyrics down. I'm not knowing what they talking about. I'm 7, bro. I'm in 2nd grade. But I was just so deep into music, bro, already playing the drums. When I'm hearing this secular music, I'm like, bro, this is exactly what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So like still stuck in the 90s, bro. It was a nostalgic project, bro, that I made for us, bro. Like everybody that came up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
And you bodied that. Thank you so much, man. And I'm looking forward to a volume 3 if you're working on one. If not, it's all good. But if you're working on the third one, listen, we here for it.
I may have to do a 3rd one, man.
You heard it here first, people.
Absolutely.
So I have to ask, just because, me coming from producer myself, when I used to make beats and all that, what was the song that was like, I want to make beats because of this record?
You know what? I know exactly what the song was, bro.
Yeah.
The song was You Make Me Wanna by Usher.
It makes so much sense.
Thank you, Skrills. It makes so much sense, dog.
Mind you, this like 97.
Yeah.
Circa 97. So I'm literally I'm 5 years old, 5, 6 years old. But like my mom, she was 21 when she had me. So I'm listening to what she listening to.
Yeah.
SWV and Jodeci and Usher and Joe and Dave Hollister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to all that, but I'm not just some kid in the back and my mom playing some records. Like she got a whole protege in the back. You know what I'm saying? That's like my early mind was still like absorbing music. Like I memorized drum patterns from records when I was like 8, 9 years old. But I vividly remember, y'all know back in the day cassettes, they would have like the single, then they'll have like the instrumental version.
They don't make singles like that no more, man. They don't do that no more.
Yeah, I had an acapella version. I used to love when the instrumental version of You Make Me Wanna would come on the cassette, bro.
Yes.
So that was the record, man. And with that being said, Jermaine Dupri is in my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, I was gonna get there too, because I mean, if anybody's familiar with MAZI'S World, I like to do top 5s, man. So
okay, we'll get to that.
Okay, bet. But yeah, that's it makes so much sense, man. And that's a tough tune to really inspire you to really get into the beats, man. And it makes so much sense that Jermaine Dupri, when it comes to his R&B catalog, it cannot be touched. I swear, his R&B catalog is top tier, and there's no debate about that for sure.
You mentioned something earlier, man. I just want to ask you: did you have any like moral issues with your either your family or yourself coming from that church background, creating secular music, or ultimately leaning towards it? Because obviously, you make the canvas that these artists paint on, you know what I mean? Right. And a lot of times, like stuff they're painting, it's not really on you, it's on them. Right. But did that kind of have any like negative effects on you or your family or anything like that?
Man, that's a very good question. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Just, kind of elaborating on earlier when I was saying that my family never tried to keep me away from secular music. I think with them giving me that freedom, I never had a dilemma as far as like morality. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it's crazy, bro, because like I grew up with my grandmother, who's a minister of music, by the way. Like she's been a minister of music at my home church back in my hometown for like going on 50 years.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And that's who I grew up with. So even when I wasn't playing the drums, I'm hearing a piano all day. And I don't consider myself a piano player or a keyboard player at all. But growing up in a house with someone that plays the piano, you're going to pick up stuff.
Absolutely.
Naturally,
Yeah.
But nah, man, I never had like a moral dilemma or, felt bad about making secular music, even though I was a gospel musician. And it's crazy, bro, because like, again, coming up in this Southern Christian Black household, which was a loving household, by the way. Like, man, my grandmother, man, she raised me and my sister, bro, and I like to brag on my sister. I feel like she's doing better than I am.
Nice.
But, you know, having that love and that nice structure growing up with my grandma. Soon as I went outside, trouble, bro. So it was kind of, you know, like the reality was just, it was parallel with who I was as a musician. I'm in this house with a gospel musician growing up playing gospel music.
Yeah.
But as soon as I go outside, it's like, well, this is what I really want to do.
Right.
You know? Nah, man, I never had a problem with it, bro. I always knew right from wrong, you know. I always understood, bro, just one split decision can change your life forever.
Right.
You know.
Sure.
I think you having that solid foundation, man, let you understand, like, you know, right from wrong, right?
Right.
And I feel personally the combination of having that kind of, you know, upbringing and how you're saying it, like they gave you the leadway to be able to be yourself, because
exactly.
because I grew up with friends where like they came up from that background, and then it's like they had to hide the Hot Boys album. They had,
right, exactly.
Or at the time you can only buy at Walmart because
Walmart only sold the clean version, right? The edited version.
Exactly, bro. No lie. When I got that work from the Big Timers came out in the year 2000, I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Bro, I begged my grandma to buy me that CD, bro. And she only bought it because we were in Walmart and they sold the clean version.
Disappointed,
you know
right?
This is a true story, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, it was cool, bro. And like in hindsight, I'm thankful that I got that freedom.
Right.
Cause, you know, I would know other people that grew up how I did, you know, in a Christian household, that, you know, gospel music is the soundtrack, where, you know, like you said, they would have to hide the secular music, but I didn't have to, bro.
That's dope.
And I'm thankful for that, honestly.
Man, that it explains a lot, you know, with your background and everything too. So, what's your weapon of choice, man, when it comes to creating music?
Yeah, weapon of choice. So, I have a very minimal setup, bro.
I find that hard to believe, Javars. Like, come on,
man. I'm gonna tell you what I use. I use this PC that I'm on right now, which is an HP, nothing, just a nice little HP, nothing crazy, bro. I got an HP laptop. I have a M Audio MIDI keyboard. I think it's 49 keys.
Okay.
I'm not really a pad guy, and it's ironic because I'm a drummer. You would probably think I am a pad guy. I'm not. I love to be on the keys, man. Because honestly, deep down, I wish I could play the keys. You know, so I think I try my best whenever I am like creating stuff to kind of give the illusion that I am a keyboard player when I'm really not.
Listen, Tavares, you fool me, bro, because the way you play certain keys and like the strings and the way the synths and all that come together, I'm like, oh, nah, he nice with them keys, dog.
Yeah. Nah, I can't play at all, bro. I can put chord progressions together and like go from there as far as like layering and stuff. That's like, to break it down technically what I do. That's all I do, bro. I can hear chords and build on them and subtract, you know, and just add counter stuff. You know how it go.
Yeah, for sure.
But the laptop, the M Audio MIDI keyboard, and FL Studio, bro. That's it.
So speaking of FL Studio, and I figure you came from that software era too. You know, I don't want to come in statute of limitations, you know, cracked versions and all that stuff. You know?
I did buy it eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
I come from the cracked era as well.
That's likewise. That's how I started originally. For
many years at that.
Many years ago, people. So now that's how I started too, man. And then so did you see recently Hit Boy? They found the creator of FL Studio.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw the picture going viral in the producer community. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I thought that was a big deal, and everybody's giving him his flowers now. You know what I mean? Wanted to meet that man, and you know, for changing lives. You know what he's saying? Eventually,
he literally changed. Honestly, whoever that guy is, I'm not sure how familiar he is with hip hop music.
Yeah,
but he really did shift the way music is created, and not only hip hop. It's pretty much electronic music in general.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But with an emphasis on us though in the hip hop world. Yeah, he changed the game. He changed the game, bro. He made a lot of millionaires. He made a lot of Grammy Award winning producers. It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy how FL Studio is like the standard now. It seems like. Remember, like people frowned upon Fruity Loops. Like, what? You know what I mean? Now this, And I pulled up the picture right here. I think it's Dieter Dambrin, aka Goal.
Right, and mind you, I want to say FL is based in, bro. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. But I think like Belgium.
Sounds
like
about
he's not even American. This is, a foreign development that came over here and just took over. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. Nah, that's dope, man. Yeah, every time, like I said, I hear your production, man. It inspires me to want to get back in and try to get one more crack at it. But I have my machine, my MK2 sitting to the right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I came from the FL tree, and then progressively came to the production with the drum pads and everything, because people inspire me were like the Dillas and Alchemist and those guys when it came to the heavy drum pads. But even then, like guys, when you said use the M audio to play your kicks and your drums and stuff like that, you talk about guys like Jake One who uses the ASR,
right?
Don't even use the pads like that.
Right,
and his sound is incredible. So
exactly, yeah. Kanye too. Kanye used to play his drums on the keys.
Right.
He was a pad guy as well, but I for sure seen him like on the ASR. I believe
ASR going crazy for sure. Yep. And now you heading down that road as well to legendary status. If you ask me, you know what I mean. You and Les, dog. Let's talk about that for a second. How did you and Les get in contact and just start creating these classics? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, bro, it's through Instagram, bro. Like, and that was one of as far as my personal life, that was one of the moments where I realized like the internet is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
He hit me up on the ground, bro. Like instantly was like, bro, you hard. Like, we got to do a whole album, and these are initial conversations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and everything literally came into fruition, bro, from the Instagram back and forth to here we are a little over 2 years later. Bigger in Texas is project number 8 that I've been a part of,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Instagram, bro, I mean, it was just as simple as I was just checking my DMs one day, bro, just like any other day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm so appreciative, bro, and thankful for him, man, because again, bro, I've been doing this since the late 2000s. Yeah. And it took until the early 2020s for me to feel like, okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And it was all through him, bro. Like, he put his arm around me, bro, and took a liking to me, bro, and my music. And again, here we are, bro. We've been running almost 2 years, man. So shout out to Instagram.
No, shout out IG, man, and that's that's an incredible story, because I mean, let's talk about that real quick. So talk about the road and the grind to especially you being consistent. Like you say, before we started talking, you was looking at your IG page, and you were still uploading beats from like 5 days ago or even a day ago. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And still putting in the work. So was there times where you was like, do I keep going? Or should I, hang this up and move on to something else? Or, you know what I mean? Because I know from every producer, when it comes to beat blocks and just trying to get that one placement to really change your life, explain that.
Bro, I'm thankful because I've never had that conscious decision or skepticism where it's like, should I stop? I never experienced that ever, bro. Now, with that being said, bro, I've been through it all, bro, from waking up just mad because I'm going to this job that I don't want to go to, and I feel like I need to be musically advanced in my career where this can be solely what I'm doing. Right. To just, making beats and nothing going on as far as having any emotion with working with artists. Sure. Bro, I've been through all of that, bro. Like, in between time, I may talk to this A&R here or this person here, and nothing ever developed, Yeah. Or I may send some beats off to somebody and nothing come from it. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I've been through all of that, bro. And to an extent, I still go through stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, I mean, I'm not having my way all the way exactly, because, if that was the case, I'd be on Billboard, and have music in Sprite commercials and just all this stuff that I'm dreaming of doing, that I'm, trying to lay down that foundation to get to. But bro, I done been through it all, bro. But I never felt like I should give up. I never felt like I should quit, bro. I never felt that, to be honest, bro. And I guess that just comes from the dedication, bro, and the actual love of music. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, I hate to keep bringing up being a gospel musician, but bro, that's where it started for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start this for recognition or money or clout. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this because, be quite honest, it's in my blood.
Yeah.
So I was making beats for 10 plus years without seeing a dime.
Would you say that you subconsciously or maybe intentionally like combine your faith in religion to just having a belief in yourself, man? Because it sounds like you not ever having that wavering, I'ma stop, seems like it, like you just said, it goes to your roots as far as a gospel, backing and background. It seems like you either intentionally or subconsciously.
Yeah, to be honest, bro, I think you hit it on the head. I think it was subconscious and conscious of me to blend my faith, you know what I'm saying? And also just knowing on a simplistic scale that if I put in the work, something's going to happen eventually, you know? Or at least, we would like to think that. Yeah. So yeah, bro, I mean, I'm a big believer in manifestation as well. I know some people, have their views on that, but me personally, bro, it's been working. You know what I'm saying? Because I just look at it like a simple equation. Like, bro, you put in the work, something good is gonna come out of it. Now, when is that gonna happen? Who knows? Right. It could take 6 months. It could take 6 years. Like, it took me. Let me see, bro, from 2007 to 20. Man, when I meet Les, bro, 2021. Wow, bro, that's 10 plus. It's like 13. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, my faith played a major part in it. Subconsciously and me like consciously thinking of it as well. Yep, definitely.
Man, that's incredible. So from here, what's the goal for TAVARAS Jordan? Because I mean, the placements and all that is there, but I know you, especially coming from a producer background, there's always something bigger. Whether it's movie soundtracks, video games, TV shows, all that. What's up next for TAVARAS, man?
See, man, bro, it's like you read my goal list or something, bro. Like, you might have a copy of it over there, man. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Great minds think alike. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, that's literally where I'm trying to go, bro. And I had some TV placements back in like 2015.
Talk about it, man. Name them. Let the people know, man.
Oh, man, bro, I had some beats on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bad Girls Club. What else?
Nah. Listen. Y'all gotta make some. No, come on, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, man. What Total Divas, a couple shows in like the mid 2010s. Yeah. Then even as recently as like maybe like 2 years ago, a couple other little shows. I can't even remember the names of them. But I never had a consistent run with synchronization with the sync game. I never had it went from that to getting commercials, anything. It was just here and there. But yeah, man, that was cool. But what's next, bro? Like, and it's crazy, bro, because like you talk about placements and all that, bro. I've yet to work with a major label artist. I don't know what it's like to work with a label and get an advance, and I don't know anything about that, bro. So I think naturally for any producer, like even in the streaming world, like we still, like me personally, I still want a radio song, bro. Like streaming is cool, but the radio still exists, bro. And that type of money is still substantial if you can get you a song that's getting heavy spins on the radio in the streaming era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, I still want to get on Billboard, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can look at it like this, bro. Music is literally attached to anything in life if you think about it, right?
Okay.
Commercial. Let's go with commercials. bro, I don't care if it's an IKEA commercial, a Sprite commercial, a commercial that's selling medicine to the elderly. There's some music attached to it to evoke some sort of like emotion or something. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So with me understanding that, it's like, oh man, I don't have to put all my eggs in the basket of trying to work with artists and waiting on royalties and back ends and stuff. It's like, man, if I can just so happen get in touch with the music supervisor at Coca-Cola and I get a beat in a new national campaign, they're gonna pay 5 figures up front and you're gonna make crazy bread on the back. And I know a few cats that are in that lane. So if it ain't Drake or anybody signed to a major that got a budget, you're not gonna get no crazy bag up front. You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna have to wait on the back end for whatever you may or may not make. Versus I can go holler at AT&T real quick. They got a national campaign. They need a funky type beat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the people with the suits on, they don't understand it how we do. They just like I want something that sounds upbeat and bright, whatever. Okay, boom, I got you.
And you send them to them, and then or they come in on the session and then cut the check.
Man, come on, bro. That's way easier, bro. It's way easier.
The culture that we're in and how we grew up, man, we were conditioned to like. I mean, how many times were you told coming up like, yo, you make beats? And that kind of just means one thing, right?
Right.
It's beats, right? It's exactly right. Like beats to rap to is the default thing to do to it. But your point of view was great, man. I'm glad you said it because there's different avenues to get and be successful, right? And,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly,
and you laying that out, man, is great because I've always thought of it that way too, man.
What's so crazy is hip hop music is like one of the driving forces, if not the top driving force behind a lot of like commercial stuff, bro. So again, like these Sprite and Nike commercials, whatever, bro. A lot of times they got like some hip hop influenced music, bro. I was at the movie, bro. It's crazy. I was at the movies the other day. And then, like, mind you, I got a degree in sociology. I went to East Carolina. Let me shout them out.
Okay, it makes some noise. Yeah,
you know I graduated 2015.
Oh, so, nice, congrats, man. That's dope.
Yeah. So, like, man, just studying sociology kind of like opened my mind too, just like human behavior. And I kind of even started doing my own research on like music psychology and stuff. How people interact through music and stuff like that. I was at the movies the other day, bro. And, before the movie that you're there to see, you got, 100 previews of movies that's, scheduled to drop.
For sure.
I was peeping the music composition in these movie trailers, right? They're taking hip hop songs and like having these film composers turn it into like some big orchestral.
Bro, absolutely.
Like,
did you,
you know what I'm saying?
My bad. Did you happen to watch the Gran Turismo one?
I haven't. Because
they took Hate Me Now
and made
classic Nas joint and they just used parts of it. And
see what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, every movie preview that I saw had that same formula. I was like, bro, you see how powerful hip hop is, bro?
Right.
The other day, man, I saw a guy kind of mentioning that hip hop was dead because there hasn't been a number one hip hop album this year or a song. I think even
saw that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of, his whole play was that it's dead or it's dying. But personally, I feel like it's leaning towards a different avenue, like you're explaining now, where it's so embedded in American culture and just in general that if you look real carefully, you're gonna find a hip hop source code of some kind.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, bro. Children TV shows, like all it, bro. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But yeah, bro, you absolutely right, bro. And I saw that news the other day about, hip hop not being number one anymore. So people kind of doubting it. But it's like, bro, this is the first year in a very long time.
Right.
Like, so relax. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop just kind of going through something right now, bro. It's all good. It ain't going anywhere, bro. I promise.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen got the charts on smash.
Yeah. You feel me? So yeah, I saw that, man. But I ain't worried about it, man. Like we see it
right
culturally from the streets. We see what's going on, bro. Hip hop ain't going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
We not in the office trying to break it down in their language. You know what I'm saying? We see what's going on, bro. It ain't going nowhere.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Man, this is a great convo, dog.
For real, bro. Thank you, man. And mind you, for those that don't know, I mean, we were supposed to link up in person.
Yes.
Some things fell through, man, but I'm glad we were able to get this at least, because our goal was to have you on in some capacity, because we respect you and your music so much, man, that when the opportunity came up, we had to make it happen somehow, man.
Somehow, some way, man. And of course, as both of us as fans, we want to thank you for chopping it up with us.
Right. And bro, I appreciate y'all, man. I shout out Banco. I saw the interview that y'all did with him. What was it, 2 years ago? I can't even remember how long ago it was, but
just about.
I saw that interview, bro, and honestly, I kept it in the back of my mind. I was like, yo, next time I go to Texas, I gotta holler at them, man, because I like how they get down. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Man.
And that's coming, man. At some point, man. I don't know. We'll correlate something when you come into Texas again. Where we have some more time to really sit down and get the face to face kind of situation.
For sure.
Because like I said, man, this one's the short version, but I know between now and then, man, you're gonna have a lot of more things coming that we're gonna talk about and be able to talk about, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna try to come back before the end of the year, man. And ain't no telling what's gonna be going on by then. But you know, when I do come back in town, bro, I'll for sure let y'all know in advance, man.
Please,
and hopefully we can set up that face to face.
For sure. So real quick, man, I got a couple rapid fire stuff real quick. Okay. So the Bigger Than Texas project with Les.
Yep.
You want to name the records you did, just so in case people could pay attention to what you got going on?
Man, I can't remember all of the track names.
You heard that? I can't remember all the track names. You heard on y'all. You heard.
But I'll put it this way: there's 15 tracks, and I have 12. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got 12. You know what I mean? Shout out DJ Mr. Rogers. He got the remainder.
Listen, okay, Mr. Rogers is another sleeper. He got some joints, man. Yeah. Nah, for sure. And I don't mean to cut you off, but
go for it. I want to big him up real quick because, bro, Les probably be getting tired of me telling him. I be telling him all the time, like, bro, I was in college listening to you just like anybody else that was fans of we come from the blog era. Y'all know. I ain't even got to explain it.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I was a part of that, you know what I mean, as a fan. So to go from that to working with him, bro, is like, I be questioning it sometimes. Like, bro, how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Rogers, bro, he laid the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was listening to. That's who was doing his music, well before I came along. But I just came in the picture 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So shout out Rogers, bro. I've always been a DJ Mr. Rogers fan, bro. His production is amazing, bro. And I'm just glad that, he's on this album as well. And, it's me and him, bro, handling the production. It was me and him on Motion as well last year.
Yeah, Motion was crazy. Motion was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But shout out DJ Mr. Rogers, man. I ain't even gotta say nothing else, bro. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Listen, dude.
Him and Les, bro, their sound is crazy.
It's crazy. Mr. Rogers, if you happen to be watching this, bro, let's sit down and chop it up one day. We'll pull up in Houston and make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw him today for the first time. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up for a couple minutes, man. So that was cool.
That's dope. And Les, if you happen to be watching too, let's sit down. Let's talk, man. For sure. And also, before we get out of here, man, I need your top 5 producers, bro.
Top 5 producers.
All time.
And this is no particular order.
I don't want to put that much pressure on you. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm gonna start with Jermaine Dupri because we already named him
for sure.
Manny Fresh.
I like that. Very, very. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, man. I go to bat for Manny any day, bro.
Any day.
And his and most recently, man, his I don't know if it's out yet, but his Tiny Desk performance with Juvenile.
I can't wait. I'm not sure if it's out, but I can't wait for it, bro. I can't wait.
What I seen, what I saw, like on on the socials, man, like, bro, crazy.
Yeah. Shout out Manny, bro.
Yes.
Devontae Swain from Jodeci. No, man,
I like it. I like it.
And Jodeci from North Carolina, by the way. A lot of people be forgetting that.
Yeah.
And then again, one more time, I'm gonna go back to gospel music being the root. That's why Jodeci was arguably the best R&B group of all time. All them boys grew up in the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, you know, we ain't even got to get that. We can talk about that another time.
For sure. The next sit down.
We will.
Next sit down. We'll get to it.
Okay. Let me see. Number 4, man, DJ Quick.
I like that. I like
Quick.
that.
Hence, you know, the West Coast stuff that I do.
Yeah,
you know,
that bounce for sure.
Now, you know, I had to have some influence from somewhere as far as, you know, hip hop producers on the West Coast.
For sure.
No, there's many, but he for sure is like in my top 5.
I like that.
And then number 5, bro, I'm gonna have to keep a home team, bro, and go Ninth Wonder, man.
I like it. Ninth
Wonder, bro. Man, and then he was, you know, arguably the biggest inspiration out of the 5 because he from where I'm from, you know.
For sure.
You know, he's from a different city, but you know, still North Carolina. And he came up how I did, like in the country, like no type of big musical connections, none of that. You know, then Ninth came up way back in the gap where, you know, FL was first coming around, where he was a part of that first wave of producers that caught flag for even using it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he was one of the ones that showed the world, like, all right, sleep on this if you want to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my top 5, man. Ninth Wonder for sure in there, man. Yep.
I like that, man. That's a solid list, bro. But before we get up out of here, man, if anybody want to come holler at you about some beats or just want to follow you on socials, where can they find you at, dog?
Yeah, man. All socials, Tavaras Jordan, TAVARAS, last name Jordan. If you want some beats, man, best way to get some beats from me. This is for all the artists that, you know, that'll watch this.
Yeah.
Go to beatstars.com/Tavaras Jordan, man. That's the best way to get beats from me. I upload on BeatStars every week. I don't just put throwaways up there. Like I'll make a beat and throw it on there. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's the best way. You know what I'm saying? Email TavarasJordanMusic@gmail.com. Shit, man, hit me up. Shop with your boy.
For sure. And any advice for any upcoming producers, like you said, that, you know, that's having those, you know, beat blocks or, you know, thinking about, you know, putting it, hanging it up and want them to keep going and all that.
There's a lot of things that I could advise, but, you know, most of all, I would probably say study music. Don't just study the music you make, you know, study the music that was before you. That's what I did. You know, watch documentaries on musicians, whether it was, you know, a jazz pianist or, you know, somebody that was playing guitar in the funk world in the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just study music, man. Just look at music from different walks of life other than what you're accustomed to or what you do. And hopefully you can find some inspiration in somebody else's story. You know, like, man, I watched, I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but there's been a Quincy Jones documentary on Netflix for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Man, bro, I was just like, I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme, as far as comparing come up stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, imagine coming up in the 40s and 50s, bro, as a black musician, bro. That's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But man, bro, I look at it like the obstacles that I have, bro, they small compared to what the forefathers went through. You know what I'm saying? As far as them trying to come up in the music game, like Quincy Jones was literally writing whole scores and getting paid a couple dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, like there's inspiration everywhere, bro. And me personally, I find a lot of inspiration in the stories of others that came up before me.
For sure, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the young legend, Tavaras Jordan, dog. Thank you. Come on, man. Appreciate you for coming up here, sharing your story. And listen, next time we're gonna sit down face to face and chop it up, man. And really get into this music talk and producer talk and really nerd out. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. And we're gonna make our way to Houston if we need to, obviously, man, because that's where your connections are. But if we can make it happen, man, we need you to come down here to where we are, man, San Antonio, because there's a whole different wave of artists down here that I know could benefit from your sound. And
right.
And we want to make,
man, I'm gonna try to make it my plans to get to San Antonio somehow, some way, sometime, bro. I don't know when, but why not? You know what I'm saying? The homies down there, you know what I'm saying? And I think Banco not too far from y'all. If I'm
Nah,
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Okay, boom. Exactly. Yeah. I got to get out there, man. But you know, if Houston is my next trip, y'all know where I'm gonna be at. So
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? For sure. Again, bro, I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Come on, man. Likewise, man. Your boy Mazi, Tavaras Jordan, Skrills in the back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every week. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll holler at y'all next week, man. Your boy Mazi.
Yes, sir.
Tavaras Jordan, Skrills. Peace.
My dog.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus, I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk. Man. This